Good evening, everybody. And oh my stars, that episode. Oh, where do I even begin? Okay, well, first the rubies are back, and I love the rubies. Steven nicknamed the 5 rubies Doc, Leggy, Army, Navy, and Eyeball, which I guessed he'd do after seeing the credits of Hit the Diamond. Garnet picked Angry Army up, and it was just perfect. It was so cute seeing Garnet hold a ruby. Then it turns out the rubies were so angry because they didn't find Jasper on Neptune. They didn't know Jasper is now corrupted and in a bubble in the temple. The crystal gems weren't going to tell them that, so Amethyst thought it would be a good idea to shapeshift into Jasper. And it was a pretty good plan. The rubies totally fell for it, other than a few suspicions, until Amethyst found out she had to hold that form all the way to the moon. Garnet, Pearl, and Steven came along as prisoners, but Lapis and Peridot were like, no, Amethyst, you don't tell Lapis to be your prisoner while you're shapeshifted into Jasper. They got on the ship, and can I just say Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl really need some acting lessons from Jamie, especially Pearl because she was so loud that one of the rubies wanted to actually throw her out into space. Amethyst's acting was good enough that Doc let her pilot the ship, which she had no idea how to do, so she just let Doc do it while she was on her lap. This made Eyeball very jealous and sad. I think Eyeball wants a girlfriend. It's not the first time she acted like this. The other time was in Hit the Diamond when Sophie was only flirting with Crystal Gem Ruby and none of the others. Eventually, they arrived on the moon, and we got one of the biggest twists in the series ever that I have actually been suspecting for a very long time. Rose Quartz, Shattered Pink Diamond. I knew Rose would have a very dark secret from the moment I saw her, but no one believed me. They kept saying she was this perfect, good character. Steven wouldn't believe it either. But then, you just look at Pearl and Garnet, and you know she did it. Don't get me wrong, I don't hate Rose Quartz. I don't hate any character on this show. They all have their reasons for doing something good or something bad. But I just knew that she wouldn't be perfect. No one is. Finally, they get to the control room and they skip that glowy orb thing from It Could Have Been Great, which I still feel like will play a big part in the series in the future. But they find out the controls were destroyed by none other than Garnet. You know, I do wonder if they remember what happened to their 6th ruby friend. So they have to head back to Homeworld with Jasper, aka Amethyst, but Amethyst does not want to come, so she tells the rubies and they head back to Homeworld on their own. And so everything goes back to normal, until the rubies come back out and realize that she's not Jasper. They then form Mega Ruby and attempt to fight the crystal gems. But to counter their attack, Garnet and Pearl form my second favorite fusion, Sardonyx. Steven's already opened the airlock, and this part is probably my favorite bit of the episode. Sardonyx hits the rubies with her warhammer while doing the peace sign, and they fly right out of the moon base. So much for nobody needs to get hurt, Sapphire, because you kind of just flung 5 copies of your girlfriend into space. Along with Steven, he's now aimlessly floating through the cosmos. The episode ends on a gutting cliffhanger of Amethyst screaming out for him. Overall, I think this was my favourite episode of the Nuke so far, along with Earthlings and Bubbled, which I will do a review on very soon. What did you think of the episode? Tell me in the comments below. This is Fictional Crystals, signing out.